Shout out to Jack in the chat. He recently released the GitHub for the XenBlocks mining verification, the hash verification. So XenBlocks is expanding the CPU hash verifier swarms with verification settlement on X1. So this is pretty cool. One of the cool things you can do with ChatGPT is, I've been doing this way too much, is you can actually pop pictures in there and ask it questions. So like what I did is I just grabbed this picture here, open up ChatGPT. So you just pop this picture in here and say, tell me what this diagram is doing. But basically the verifiers are responsible for the off-chain consensus of whether or not the hashes, your XenBlocks hashes, are correct. And so this diagram illustrates the decentralized hash verification process for XNM mining. Miners produce the hashes and submit them to the ledger. Then these CPU verifiers can operate on anything that has a CPU, essentially. You know, your cell phone or your laptops. There's even someone that built an Android app. You know, that's really awesome. You can run it on an Android cell phone. So basically they receive workloads of these hashes to verify. The verification results are submitted as votes to a distributed controller, which is a smart contract on X1. The smart contract collects the votes, and if the majority agrees, the hash is verified. And this process ensures a decentralized, consensus-driven approach to validating hashes within the XenBlocks light node system. So it's basically verifying our hashes in a more decentralized manner, which is really awesome. And by running these CPU verifiers, you can actually earn XN. So there's actually a website now where you can see the hashes that are being submitted and voted on by the, here we go. The show data. All right, that's what it is, show data. So these are actual hashes. You know, here's the hash, and then these are the verifiers. So these are these Solana addresses are the actual CPU verifiers that we're about to run. I'll demonstrate it for you. So as these wallet addresses vote on the hashes, if the hash is correct, they actually get the XN rewards, and they verify the hashes successfully. So that's really cool to see. Now that the voter finished compiling, go back to the GitHub here. So we just finished running this cargo build release that built the project files, and now we're gonna run the light node. It's gonna initialize the voter. So I'm basically just gonna take this over here, pop it in there, and there we go. So it's verifying. If I go to the very top, you can see it puts my public key here. So this is a Solana style address, and that is created in my JSON file that I can restore later. So each one of these is a different hash ID, has a key, and it verifies it, confirms that it has Zen11 in it, and it works. So the final output, first last block, final hash, public key, data successfully sent to the server. Then it starts another round, and it just continues to verify hashes over and over, data sent successfully. Every time you verify a hash and your vote's accepted, you have a good chance of getting some kind of XN reward. So now if we go over to the ledger, I should be able to search this. Now I'm not sure how fast this happens, but if I hit find and paste that address in there I am. How crazy is that? That is so fast. So we literally ran like 2 rounds of verification, and that wallet address that I just created by running the script is already in there. So you can see it's found 2 instances of this wallet address, which means I've verified 2 blocks. That's awesome. That is really fast. I didn't expect that. Shout out to Jack. So waiting for hashes to be mined for 10 seconds before next check. But yeah, so that's the verification in action. So since I was running the verifier, all these addresses have a chance to get the XN rewards for verifying that block and making sure it's a hash that has Zen11 in it. This makes me so bullish on XenBlocks. Like things are still being built for it. We're getting more and more decentralized, and it's getting more and more real. That is so cool. Shout out to Jack and Zensu and the Zen team. This is fun. The cool thing about the XenBlocks verifier is I can run this on my Raspberry Pi or my cell phone. You know, I don't need to rent a whole cloud server. I can take like a very old laptop or, you know, some shitty old cell phone and actually just run it, and it works. And really the ones if you want to get the most rewards, you do want to have a fast server and verify the fastest. So like it says time taken for verification 5 seconds. That's probably slow. You know, I bet there's faster servers that are doing it faster, you know, faster internet speeds. The ones who do it the faster will get more rewards, I believe.